Budgeters, my name is Jamie from the channel One Happy Frugal Family. First of all, I just want to give a big thank you to all of you who are new here and subscribe to my channel. I want to say welcome back to everyone who has already been following me on my journey, and if you are not subscribed, feel free to hit that button and be a part of these videos on a regular basis. It's really fun for me to color in that subscriber chart and see how those numbers have gone up. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 because that's when I can start making an income, especially now that my husband and I are going through the divorce process, and it's cool for me to see that there is progress being made on all of that. And jumping into the July budget, this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a very hard budget because this is the first time that I am budgeting for child support and alimony. Our divorce is about to be finalized. We have both signed off on everything, and the only thing we are waiting now back is for the certificate from the judge. But at this point, I pretty much am considering myself divorced. So I will be getting 2 child support payments, and they're going to be significantly lower than what we have normally been receiving on this income. And so I'm going to go over all of those changes with you today. It's going to be a hard one for me. I think this is really going to be hard to go over all of these numbers and try to figure all of this out. It's going to be a pretty substantial decrease to how I normally do things. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the numbers. Okay, so I am just copying over my June budget template into the July section. I'm going to do a few editing things like change the month and the dates and clear all the fields. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. Okay, so a few things we're going to be doing. Instead of calling my husband's paychecks his business name, he's now my ex-husband, so I'm now going to call it child support payment 1, and moving down child support 2. I'm not going to put in how much is remaining because honestly, I don't really know now that our numbers are changing how much I need to carry over. I'm not going to worry about that number. Child support payments each month, I will be getting $1,306.50 and on the 5th and the 20th. Child support 1, 5th, so I receive that on the 5th, and child support 2, I will receive on the 20th of each month. Now, I actually do think this will be higher because right now we have some shared expenses. I would assume that I will just get some of those things that we share coming out of these. Tithing, I will do a tithing 1, 2, and swim tithing, and I need to also put in here how much I'm expecting for swimming lessons. I'm gonna say about $1,000. So I do have a pool that I teach swimming lessons out of. So I'm going to hope that I can make $1,000 this month. We'll see what happens with that. I'm giving myself a little bit of grace this summer just because I recently got divorced, and also this year is weird with COVID. Like, a lot of people are not signing up that I used to get. Clientele has also decreased because of COVID. Let's just go ahead and write out what the tithing would be. My first tithing would be $130.61. My second tithing would be also $130.61. I do a 10% tithe. Honestly, I will probably do a $10 fast offering, so I'll do $140.61 just because one Sunday a month we do something called fasting, which is where we skip all of the meals for that day. We give the money that we would have spent that day that we're sacrificing and give that money to people in our neighborhood who could use that money. And then swim tithing, I would pay $100. Moving down, mortgage would stay the same. Car insurance will not stay the same. My car insurance would be divided into $57.48 rounding up. I just am going to make a note over here. Maybe I'll make a note at the bottom. Ed pays $57.48 for car insurance. And already with the sinking funds set up the way we have them, we are already in the negative. I'm already in the negative. I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm just used to saying we. This divorce thing is weird. I am already in the negative, but a lot of that too is also because I have to adjust all of my sinking funds. So car insurance got cut in half. Health insurance should also be cut. So I'm just going to make a note of that at the bottom. So Ed also owes $245.50 that he will need to pay. Right now everything's in our joint name, so we'll have to go through and split all of that up. Energy is a bill that I will pay. Netflix, I believe we will just split. So each of us will pay 6.5. So I'm just going to put that down on the bottom, so that I know that he also will pay that $6.50. Cell phones we also split. 97.05 divided by 2 equals $48.53. So I'm going to put in here $48.53 is what I will pay for my cell phone, and Ed will do $48.53 for his. Because again, at this point, none of these things are split yet. Internet will be an expenditure that I pay. Water, I will also pay. Groceries, I'm going to, without him here, go down to $300. And gas, let's see how much I spent in gas last year. Last year we spent $250 in gas, but honestly, I doubt I spend that much, just me. So I'm going to say $100. So right now, the way the budget sits is I would be bringing in $3,613, and with all of the bills that I would be paying for in my portion of the bills, my regular cost would be $2,289.92. If I don't have my swimming lesson income, I just want to see what that would do to me. Out my swim lesson income, I would be receiving $2,613, and my total regular expenses would be $2,289.22. So I can make ends meet based off of the child support and alimony that I will receive. This is the part that's going to get tricky. I am just honestly going to clear out every single sinking fund that I have, because all of this money is going to be divided up. So all of the money that is in these accounts will just simply be divided up between my husband and I, and once we go into the bank together and separate our accounts and separate the money, then I will come back in here and put money aside for each of the expenditures that each of the expenditures that I will want to have in my sinking funds. So I'm just clearing off all of the line items and just zeroing everything out and seeing what amount that leaves me with. After everything is paid, that leaves me with $1,323.78. And I think instead of carrying money over each month, I think I just want to have a general rule of thumb that I want to just always have about $2,000 in my bank account to pay for the first of the month's bills. So maybe I'll just say $2,000. You know, like all of these sinking funds that I cleared out, I'll at least make sure that I have $2,000 in my bank account to pay for the first of the month's bills. So that means the number that I need down here at the end will be $2,000. And let's go ahead and revamp the sinking funds. As far as my medical deductible goes, we would split child costs to meet our deductible. I will probably try to shoot for saving around $1,200 for the deductible. Car account, I will probably just start doing slowly what I can to put money into a car account. Dog account, maybe the same thing, I'll do $5. Yard care, I probably would want to do some money, $100 in prescriptions and therapy. Honestly, you guys, I don't really know. I'm just gonna put in numbers and see where it all ends up. Children's needs probably go down to $10. Babysitting, this would just be the babysitting for while I'm teaching swimming lessons. I would probably say $100. Clothing and hair, $10. Dental, $10 a month. Vision, $10 a month. Amazon Prime, I do not want to pay for Amazon Prime. I just don't care for Amazon Prime.
So I'm gonna see if my husband Ed wants to take that over. And it no longer comes out on my credit card. So that's just not something that I care to pay for. If I ever need to, I don't order a lot from Amazon. And so I feel like if I ever need to get something from Amazon, I would just have my brother purchase it and I'd send him a Venmo or something. Food storage, I'm probably not going to contribute any money to food storage at this moment in time, just because this is probably like one of the times in the life of my little family that I have that I will be making the least amount of money that I've ever made. Anniversary count, we can delete that, can't we? Family vacation, I will keep open. Christmas, obviously, will stay there. Probably electronics. I'm gonna delete this midlife crisis account now that we're out of this midlife crisis account. Probably going to delete, I'm gonna at least delete my Disney World Someday account. I might keep up a Disneyland Someday account just for, I don't know, my little boys are at the age where it would be fun to take them to Disneyland. I'm in a location where we can drive there. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, lives halfway, and she is super supportive and wants to be a part of my kids' lives, obviously. So we'd probably stay there if we ever did go to Disneyland and drive the rest of the way the next day. So health and fitness, I think I'll keep that line item on there, but I don't really know that I am going to contribute anything to it at the moment. Same with birthdays and holidays. Eating out, I don't know if that will be something that we do anymore. I'm gonna actually honestly take out impromptu giving one day if I'm ever in a position where I can give back to people besides tithing. I will add that line back in, but right now it's just not that point of my life where I have that excess, I believe. My husband's Mad Money, obviously, he's now my ex-husband, so I don't need to budget for that anymore. My Mad Money, I will probably try to give myself a little bit of money if I can. Family fun and reunions, that will still be a line item that I want to keep. And date nights, we can get rid of. Okay, so those are the sinking funds that I would be keeping now as a single mom. I think what I want to do, I guess in the summers would be the time where I would potentially make the most money. Honestly, July and August would probably be the months where I could make the most money from swimming lessons. But I don't know what I'm going to do after July and August. I kind of have hopes that by the end of the summer, this YouTube channel might hit 1,000 subscribers so that I can start making a little bit of income from this, because I really don't know where I'm going to get my income from after child support and alimony. Like how I'm going to figure out how to get extra income to take care of any other expenditures that might pop up in my life. And also, let's talk about some of these accounts down here. I will probably end up keeping these two accounts. So this emergency fund CD and my pre-marriage CD, which is about close to the $22,000 that we have in our savings account. My husband may transfer a little bit of that money to equal it out so that we are exactly even with splitting up our savings. So right now we have $44,494.94 in savings. So we're going to split that. We're going to go in on July 1st as when the CD matures that has this $20,000 amount. And so on that day, we will put all of these accounts into our own names. And so roughly we'll each get $22,000 from our savings. And then moving into our baby step 4 or 5, which is Dave Ramsey's baby steps 4 and 5, which is investing. I'm keeping my retirement accounts. My ex-husband's keeping his. So I'm just going to take out his retirement accounts now. He had the American Funds account. I have the Ameritrade account. He has the Vanguard account. So I'm just going to delete those. We both set up the boys 529s, and I will just keep these on the spreadsheet because I am their mom and I know more about, I'm the one that set up the 529, so it's just something that I will just keep on there because it affects my kids' college fund. Okay, so far with the money that we've allotted into each of these funds, I do need to figure out how much I want to put into a deductible each month. Probably about $100 just for now. And even if I don't meet that full deductible amount, that used to be my goal, was to always have the full deductible amount in my regular account sinking fund so that it would be there until we met our deductible. But right now that we would split all of those, I just don't really know how to do that for the kids. So I'm just probably going to say about $100 a month that I will just put into this little account so that it's there, so that when we need to pay the bill, we have the money there, instead of we get the bill and we have to earn the money or find the money for it. Moving down, so this gives us about $958.78 left for sinking funds, which is awesome. This is about what it would be like without my swimming lesson income, about $1,000, which is good because the regular funds are accounts that I want to make sure are getting funded. So these are the ones that I consider to be the most essential. So I would put in, obviously, the $100 we talked about in the medical deductible. I do want to continue just always putting money into a car account because I feel like cars are always something that, like, you'll always need a car fix at some, like, every, I don't even know how often the statistics are, but I feel like I need them all the time. So I always want that account to be accruing money. My dog account, he will always need, he'll need his yearly checkups and shots. So I always need to make sure I'm contributing to that. Yard care and maintenance, my lawnmower is broken. My sweet neighbor said that her sons would mow my lawn for free for trade to swim in the pool until I can save up for a new one. So that's where my money for lawn care will be going. Prescriptions and therapy. I have a therapist that charges $100 every session, and I'll continue seeing him once a month. Children's needs, they don't have any needs immediately, but my 3-year-old will be old enough to start little activities in the fall, like soccer, and he's starting. I'm going to do a homeschooling preschool with him, with my sister-in-law who has a son his age, as well as some other little boys in our neighborhood that are the same age. So we'll do homeschooling preschool, but I'm sure that there will be fees associated with things that I would do when it's my turn to do the preschool. Babysitting, yes, that's just in there because that's a regular fund for me while I teach swimming lessons. I will need to pay my sitter. I will do a ton of lessons when my husband has the kids on his months off, but I will also hire a babysitter. I don't pay them a ton because I just get like 12 and 13-year-old girls to sit in my house while the boys are taking their naps. So I really just like pay them like $7 an hour. That's probably how the babysitting will go. Clothing and hair, $10 seems adequate. Dental. My child, my little boy does have, I don't know if you've heard of shark teeth, but like he's growing an extra tooth in his mouth. They said that he'll need extracted when he's 4, but to bring him in this summer to look at it. So just to make sure it's still on chart for that. Then vision and care, we have no immediate needs, but I think $10 a month, just building that up is good. Food storage, I think honestly with the way the budget is, since July and August, I am predicting more money from swimming lessons. I will hope that I can put a little bit of money inside and start saving up for that food storage again. So again, that gives me $948.78 left to put into these sinking funds, which is awesome. So I'll do $20 in a family vacation account. I honestly don't know now how much money I need to save for Christmas because I won't need to buy Christmas presents for my ex-husband's side of the family. So I really need to go back and just rebudget that. I might do, if I did $50 a month, that would be $600 for the year, which maybe it's a good place to start. Although it is July, so I guess if I do $50 a month from now until July, that's $300. But honestly, that is actually probably fine too. I think $300 is a good amount now that I'm a single mom. I think before we were a little excessive on Christmas. House wants, I don't think that will be a thing that's happening. Electronics, I need to start thinking about which things I need. My ex-husband was always really, really good about making sure that our electronics were up to date, and I'm just not super great at that, but I'm sure at some point we'll need to make sure that I have money in there for phones, computers, if anything goes broken. Like, my phone's already kind of starting to wig out a little bit. Whenever someone calls me, it kind of goes on a black screen for a while. So, I don't know. I guess I should figure out how much a phone costs and just start saving up so the money is there for a phone. But for now, I'll just say $10. Disneyland someday. I think the way I'll do this is if I get credit card rewards back, I will just put that towards a Disneyland someday account. Health and fitness, for now I'm going to say 0. Birthdays and holidays, I honestly have no clue now that everything has changed. I'll say $25 right now a month, but I will need to revamp. So I have a Christmas budget and a birthday holiday budget. I'm going to have to go in there and revamp both of those and figure out how much I now need as a single mom. Eating out, I wish I could say, like, I think had I not predicted to make more this month because of swimming lessons, I would probably not eat out. But because of swimming lessons, I will put $100 in there, especially right now as it's just really hard. Life is hard. It's really hard to be a single mom and to not have someone there helping me, and especially like around dinner time. Like, toddlers around dinner time when getting food is the hardest time of my day. So I'll give myself a little grace and have a little slush fund for eating out. My mad money, I do want to do some self-care. So I'm going to give myself $50. And family fun and reunions, I'm going to put $25 in there. I think both for me to do self-care for me and me to make sure we're doing things that are fun for the boys is really important right now. So that is how much I'll put in there. So $200 into our leisure funds. I don't know why this thing went away where it said leisure funds. So let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. And it actually means that I might be able to put a little bit of money into savings, which would be really, really, really good for me. Because again, like I said, I don't really know if I'm going to be able to make ends meet once the fall comes and I'm not getting a swimming lesson income. So I will probably just hold that off in here because right now these numbers are not correct until we go to the bank and update them, and my husband takes out his half of the money. So that is kind of where the budget sits today. This is a really weird budget with me, but honestly, it came out a lot better than I thought it would be, specifically because the swimming lesson money will tide me over, and I'm really happy to see too that the child support and alimony, once I take out my husband's side of his payments for things, it really does mean to me that the child support and alimony will be able to get our regular costs paid each month, like our 4 walls. So do you think it will be hard for me to earn a little bit extra income to, if, you know, for any of those extra fun things? I'll just have to do that on my own. But I'm honestly super blessed to have enough child support and alimony to pay for my basic needs. So, and then I'm super blessed to have the swimming lesson income that will allow me to still have kind of, you know, like I can still do a Christmas savings and I can still plan for birthdays and holidays, which I'm super grateful. Even though everything was cut in half, I can still have somewhat of a normal life. So I'm super grateful for that, and I feel super blessed right now. I'm jumping into these numbers and seeing that it will actually work out pretty decently. I hope this was helpful or at least entertaining. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube can populate it to help other people with their July budgets. I hope, again, that you guys are doing well as always, and take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.